Hello, once again, dear viewers, and welcome back to another Moonflower Tarot reading. And today I will be channeling messages from the goddess of magic, Hecate, and she's coming through today to help you unlock your gifts of magic manifestation, awaken your inner magician, to give you a way forward in whatever spiritual journey or career path you might be pursuing, and any other messages the collective might need to hear as far as stepping into your power. So I welcome you if you're new here. Thank you so much for tuning in and stopping by. And for those of you who have been around, I again thank you so much. And I just want to remind everybody this is a general reading. Take this how it resonates. Whether or not you work with Hecate or if you're interested in magic or working with different deities. I had been called to work on with her before previously, and she has been actually also helping me alongside on my journey to be a better manifester from a place of power and integrity. And I am hoping that she'll have some of those messages come through to you too. And I am reading this currently. It's a full moon. This video is being recorded the 14th of March. And I feel like this is going to be a lucky day for quite a few of you. And it's funny because I've been feeling all month that today is a fairly lucky day. And I'm not sure how or why. If some of you have come from my new moon reading or any other readings that we're talking about a 3 month transitional cycle, this might be confirmation and good news for you, because now I'm seeing the color green. So St. Patrick's Day is also on Monday. This weekend, if you're watching this at the time of recording, might be good for you, or any other day or weekend that you feel like you're receiving an opportunity from the divine, or you feel like your manifestations are coming through and you just know something is on the horizon. Let me just confirm it is. And this is for you. So I just ask you to have patience with yourself, but also claim it. Whatever is meant for you will be yours. However, it is time for you to decide that you always deserve to keep receiving what is good for you. And that's a hard energy to step into. And so with this card right here, Hecate wants to take a look at what might be blocking you from unlocking your magic, whatever tool set you have or whatever potential you have. If those of you are magicians and are working towards better clarity with your gifts or skills, or just leveling up, this is going to be for you. And I will be clear channeling a lot of this, and there's going to be a lot of mixed emotions and pausing, so please bear with me. This is actually the first time I've channeled her in a message, so this is a learning curve, and I always like to actually be very open and honest on camera where I'm learning something new, because I find, you know what, dear viewers, I've been doing this for a while. I thought for a while I had mastered something and I had the key and I knew it all. But the thing is that even as much as I was a student who thought that they were a teacher, a master, we are always learning and continuing to learn more about ourselves and each other. And I even learn a lot from you, dear viewers. When I channel messages and information from you, especially for what you need to hear, there's a lot that I take away from it too. And that's why it is greatly helpful for us to work together. Even if it's just as simple as you tuning in and listening as far as you can, every single second of the day, we are contributing to the magic of the world. And I think that message needed to come through for some of you. And believing in magic again might be maybe something as simple as just growing yourself a little bit more in that faith that your gifts are real and true. And I know I haven't even gotten into the cards. Like I said, I clear channel. And this is just how I flow with this energy. And I really do like this vibe lately. There's a lot of calmness, and I really hope that you feel that too. And I want to send that your way. If any of you are having a hard time, you deserve to embody this level of serenity I am feeling now. And I want to try to give that back to you. One of the messages that Hecate said right before I started channeling was to, if you evolve and learn and grow and tap into your inner self through music, the best way to embody your gift of magic and manifestation is to create some sort of playlist, a music playlist, whether that's on any music streaming service, any like me personally, I made so many playlists on Spotify that were personal to me. And one of the first playlists I made, I think it was like 3 years ago, when I was tuning into my spiritual abilities, was basically like a witchy playlist, so to speak. I wanted to tap into the realms of magic and manifestation. So I made an entire playlist that was like, this is my witchy vibe playlist. This is how I'm going to be a spellcaster. So whatever you feel is right for you, make a playlist and put music in that empowers the part of you that wants to become that. Whether it's a magician playlist, a playlist that makes you feel like you're casting spells, or do the whole lo-fi. I'm hearing lo-fi playlists. Anything that taps you into that side of you and brings it out, sit there, and that's a form of energy healing also. That was one of the first things that Hecate recommended the moment I tuned in. Also, the songs I receive, I will put in the description below. The first song I received actually was on my witchy vibe playlist, and it's The Edge of 17 by Stevie Nicks. It just had that vibe, and it was very beautiful because like I felt this sense of power in me when I just heard it. I didn't know why. The words didn't have to make sense with the vibe. It was just the entirety of that song was kind of going along the lines of that manifestation of wanting to be that, to become a magician or a witch or manifester. So that's the first recommendation for you. So this is any blockages that might be popping up for you right now. We are reading in verse. Haggerty just said the phrase, you have your right turn signal on. Do you want to clarify that? Make space for those who wait. Be the one you need to be here and now. You made a turn in the right direction, but you still have your blinker on as if you forgot that you made the turn. You moved in a right direction. You're on the right path, but there's something almost in an unjust imbalance. It seems to be coming from inside your mind, not outside of you. And this might be blocking your ability to manifest. If you're honed in on a past situation or predicament where you were disempowered or something was taken away from you and you feel like fighting for it, this might not be for you. But for those of you who need to hear it, and Hecate is the type of person, it's like, if you want to be a witch, she's going to give you tough love. If you want to be a truly optimal spellcaster, you need to know what is limiting you and move on, is what she's saying. Move on. You made the right turn. Don't keep your blinker on, anticipating you're going to turn around again. Don't keep signaling to people that you're still going to kind of pull a U-turn almost. It just feels like you don't even realize that you moved on from something. you're honing in on a past situation that really was truly unjust, but it was almost like meant to be there for you to learn a lesson, because there are always two sides to a situation. Even if someone takes from you and the law is supposed to be on your side and it was not, and that is unfair and that's cruel. And if that happened, I am so very sorry. All my love to you. And you might not want to hear it, and it is hard to hear. But when those unjust situations happen, reaction to what was done against you happen and end, it's your time not to fight it, but to move on and gain back twice as much what you had lost. Because whenever a thief comes in the night and you resist them, they will fight back against you until what is yours is gone and with them. But if you let them go away and take a while to let it sink in, there is a possibility that not only what you lost will be returned to you in another way, you might gain it back with interest because you had that product insured by the universe. Things in your life that are meant to go missing will fall away from you, and it might be taken away from you unjustly, and it's not fair. However, when you're moving on the path of a literal manifester working with the universe with unlimited untapped potential, you don't need that stuff. You don't need that in your life. Whether it is a material object, a situation you were in, your own work, a job, maybe a relationship, you really don't need them. And yeah, it was unfair, and it's good to grieve that, and it's good to get that out of your system and be angry. But don't turn around and move back into the situation and fight. Let it go, because the more you let it go, the more you'll see the things along the path you are able to manifest are so much better. Let go of those old clothes that didn't serve you. Let go of that. I'm hearing MacBook Pro. So someone stole your laptop, let's say, and you keep fighting them to get it back, and it's a losing battle. Like, don't go back there. You are a manifester. You can say, well, you know what? I'm not only going to get a MacBook Pro, I'm going to get the highest end model for cheaper, and it's going to last longer. And you don't even have to do anything but just believe it's true. All you have to do, though, is let go of that. Things happen, people get hurt, people hurt people, and it's not fair. And it's not good that it happened. They made a choice, and I'm never going to support anyone's choice to hurt another person. And the hardest thing for anyone to hear is to let go. 4 years ago, when I started this transformation cycle to get to this point, I refused to let go. And that hindered my progress for maybe even 3 or 4 years. So that entire time, my manifestations were based on the sense of revenge and injustice. I didn't get those things. I mean, I kind of half got them, but I didn't feel satisfied. I didn't feel closure. I got something approximate to what those people or those situations could give me back, but it didn't fill that void. It didn't feel good. Because it's like what I wanted to receive was an apology. What I wanted to receive was someone being punished for doing something wrong. Because at the end of the day, it didn't matter what I had lost or what was taken. What mattered was I felt bad that someone would betray me, and I wanted them to apologize. I wanted them to give it back to me, but you can't get it from someone who refuses to do the right thing, and you can't and get an unjust system to suddenly become just. And I don't feel like this is something as intense as I don't feel like any harm had come to you. I feel like this feels more like someone, let's say in business, took from you. If you are in like even a spiritual career and you're working with another person and they decided to go off and steal your business idea, that might have felt unfair to you. And there's no way you might be able to prove it, and the law isn't on your side, and now you can't actually start your own business. You have to be directed on a new path. However, you're not always seeing the full picture. The person who stole an idea from you didn't do the groundwork or the legwork to keep it going. So while you might witness, let's say, a business partner who fell away start their own business, they don't really have a lot of sense of camaraderie or teamwork with other people because they just started right out the gate with being kind of not a good person. Like, they're not going to keep that business going. They're going to keep taking from people, and then there's no more people to take from, and their business collapses. But what are you going to do? Maybe you'll find another way. Or you could start from scratch, reorder your life, and you learn from a situation, discernment. Who am I going to trust with these things, with my ideas, with my power, sharing myself with? And so I think the sense of injustice might actually be getting in your way, whether you know it or not, because it could also be subconscious. And let me just let you know that it's okay and it's fair. And you deserve love and patience and compassion for yourself. Well, above all else, forgive yourself. But it's just good for you to know to catch yourself that you're doing it. Otherwise, you're going to run into the same problem I ran into. I'm always going to be very honest, but I'm also going to be very honest about what I've been through. I want you to know you're not alone with this. It doesn't get you anywhere if you're manifesting from a place of needing justice. It's just about the person who hurt you, not you wanting to get what you deserve at that point. And I hope that makes sense to you. That might be a blockage right here. Because I just want to say, I've since moved on from that energy. I didn't understand the power of intentions when it comes to manifesting, and the power of manifesting from a place of healing. So I think Hecate is going to be giving you some answers or information about how to relieve this blockage or situation. Oh my. I'm hearing full speed ahead steamroller. Focus on you. Stay in your lane. Stay, what does that mean? Hydrated, moisturized. Stay in your lane. I'm seeing a capybara. And if you don't know what a capybara is, well, first of all, you got to look them up. They're really, really cute. I'm just seeing a capybara swimming in this warm water with a flower on their head. I think that's kind of the image I'm getting. And I think I've seen that image online before, but that's like your vibe. You're just zen. You embodying that energy of this I am so happy. First of all, I was not expecting the magician to come out. It's so on point. Embody your magic powers. Understand the laws of attraction. Understand your intention and the reason why you want what you want, and let it be just you. You want what you want because it's what you want. And I know it should go without saying, but there are times when we, even without like casting spells or doing magic, do things to appease others. Like, I'm going to show them, I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to move into this place. And the people who put me down before, they're going to see they did me wrong. And it's like, chances are they're not, because your healing is now becoming about them, and they never really cared in the first place. And in fact, when they were putting you down, they were jealous because they saw this in you. They saw this in you. You were always a magician. That's why they kept putting you down and taking your power away from you. Take that wand back. That wand in their hands is yours. And it's not yours if you keep taking wands from other people, because there's this innermost knowing of something's wrong, something's messing with you behind the scenes. Maybe if you're in close proximity with other people who are almost magicians, if you have close friends in the occult, or even if you're just new to manifesting and needed guidance from people, it is entirely possible that there are other people in that field who want you to fail, because there's this internalized mechanism of competition that kind of prevents all of us from succeeding. And to know that, and to know yourself, what you want and you deserve and what you need, that is all you need to be able to manifest anything you want. That it's just about you in some way not knowing your own inner mechanisms behind why you want what you want, and why you might be feeling hesitant on moving on from the situation. because you're almost still feeling like you're attached to it in such a way that you will make that turn back. You're anticipating you're going to go back there. Just cut cords. Do a cord cutting ceremony. Hecate wants you to actually do a cord cutting ceremony, because I'm seeing a black and blue cord or string, like I don't what is that? I'm hearing the word terry string, and if you know what that means, you know what that means. I don't know what it means. I'm going to look it up later because I'm intrigued. I'm hearing terry string, and there's a blue colored one and there's a black colored one. And I'm seeing Hecate pulling these colored strings further and further apart and then cutting them. Like, we are cutting off the past, setting intentions to leave the past behind. You have overcome the hurt. You have overcome the pain. There's just this feeling of injustice, and that's the cord that's tethering you back to something that is not good for you and blocking you from being this master manifester. You have to sacrifice it. It has to be let go. A past situation, a mindset of feeling like you were wronged and wanting to fight for it. So that's going to be one of the biggest things to overcome this block, is to use your powers to let this go. Work with Hecate. Ask her, what is the best ritual? What is the best course of action based on your understanding of the occult, what your methods are, so that you can be able to release the past once and for all, because you're going to upgrade and unlock this. So let me see, what is this key to unlocking your powers? Embrace the unknown, unlimited potential of what the world has to offer for you. It might be enticing to look in the rearview mirror, to go out into the real world and accept this almost like life of poverty you were given from a young age, to feel guilty about becoming an advantaged or privileged. Survivor's guilt is coming up. But you're stepping into this Knight of Cups energy, which is this optimistic sense of renewal. The universe is there at the end of your journey, wishing you to come towards it so it can offer you this beautiful gift and blessing every single step of the way. Whenever you are manifesting something, it is beckoning you towards it, towards the center of universal love and unity. Whatever you want, there is this night at the end of your long journey with you, waiting for you to come towards them. Like, I'm being told this Knight of Cups is just the universe wanting you, beckoning you into it, wanting to give you these gifts, wanting to pamper you and praise you and love you. So to unlock this, accept that these circumstances happened, and they happened to you, not always for you, but because you decide that you want better and more, your fears and your wisdom will no longer hold you back, and your wisdom will move you forward. And I hope that makes sense. There's a lot actually coming through right now, and I'm trying to I might have to pause this for a moment. There's a lot kind of coming through right now. Give me a moment. Hi. So I had to take a pause because a very intense message came through. So this, Hecate was clearly stating this is supposed to be a message or a card about what is unlocking for you or how to unlock your gift. And it really is just to accept what the universe has for you and detach from the past. But on top of that, I got another very intense message, so that needs to come through. So I'm going to clear this away. So we have this. Universe wants to present these gifts for you that you are working on co-creating with it. And then out of nowhere, I got this message of, so a lot of you have been asking for either a partnership, a religious group. I'm hearing coven, so you might even be looking for other spiritual beings or working with witches. I work mostly with spiritual beings. I have yet to find my coven. I don't even know if I'm doing that, so I'm kind of new to this. Ideas have been planted into you for some reason, one way or another. And I'm sure you're dealing with this right now, but what I'm seeing is once you unlock these gifts, not only are you going to meet a soul tribe connection, you're meeting a divine counterpart or twin flame or soulmate. And Hecate is like, yeah, witches need their coven, they need their community. Even if you've been a solo practitioner for a while, and I'm just going to admit, as have I prefer to do it on my own because the way I do it is, you know, I'm just not used to being with other people. But if you've been looking for that, or just looking for a place to call your own with a group of people who resonate with you, who get you, if you've been asking for that, that's coming in. So leaving behind an old situation, as sucky as it is, and you have a right to feel bad and you have a right to feel pissed, but don't let that let you keep that turn light on to go back around thinking, well, I might go back there and just show them what for. I'm going to go back there and show them I'm better. I'm going to show them how much money I'm making. I'm going to show them what type of job I have. No, they don't need to know. Do not let them know. Because the last time you let them into your life, what did they do to you? They took it from you. Don't let them know you're successful. They don't need to know. You need to know you're successful. You need to know you're worthy of this success. Let that be known. You are a witch and a magician. You deserve to have this. You deserve to be seen as this powerful being by you in the mirror. And the people who know you and get you are going to stick by your side, and they ain't going to take from you because they understand it. They understand this path. Whatever path you take to be a spiritual person, whatever path you take to be a more enlightened person, to be a healer, to be a priestess, to be a channeler, that is yours and yours alone. The right ones will come to you and stick around. Your intentions must be true and pure to yourself and to your journey and not involve anyone else. Because the very definition of getting someone involved is looking in the rearview mirror of, well, what could have been, or what will they think, or I'll show them. You're still thinking about someone else. Don't make your life about someone else. Make it about you. And you're going to see a lot of this energy coming in. You're going to see this beautiful love life. And that came in very strongly. So this is why I feel a little ramped up. I needed to take a pause. There's going to be a divine counterpart coming in very soon for few of you. Most of you have been looking for a community because that is also a spiritual aspect of change that is appearing in the collective more, wanting to find your soul family, wanting to find people who get you, to feel the sense of belonging. And that's okay. We need each other more than ever. We need that love. We need that sense of safety, that people are going to be here no matter what, and they are. So just know it's not easy to let go. Hecate wants to work with you. She wants to help you. Like, she has worked with me through at least 3 or 4 new moon to full moon cycles and full moon to new moon cycles. So I think I'm just going to give you honest expectations and a reasons for you to be patient with yourself on this journey. She first appeared to me in I believe the end of December. And she said, you're going to have to go through this probably 3 or 4 more times, or until your energy is cleared for certain things to come through. She told me what to expect of myself and to have patience. And every step of the way, she has been helping me clear things up, working with the moon cycle, working with the phases of my life, working with other external deities in my own internal process, and figuring out what works and what doesn't. And then I script a lot of what I want to manifest. I just write it down. Sometimes I speak it into existence, and usually that's short term, but long term, I just write it all down. These are my expectations, or this is what I want to have come into my life. And then we work together in the background to mold my energy into that and to do the work and to release. So there's a lot of goodness that's coming into your life. It's just about working with these cycles and giving yourself time and patience. It's not going to be done overnight. And you deserve that time. You deserve to take that time to move into your power, because it's all about reclaiming yourself. So a couple songs did come up, and one was in relation to this relationship coming in, or a divine counterpart. I'm gonna put it in the description below, but basically the lyrics are, I've been waiting for you all my life, hoping for a miracle. I've been waiting day and night, I burn for you. So that's definitely like a love song, and it's very passionate. So there's another song from the the band is called Kitty in the Tree. I will just link it in the description below, and the song is called Free. So one of the things that clearing this blockage is going to unlock for you is the ability to just choose freedom, to choose to be you, to be happy no matter where you are in life, because you know that you can just make a new one. Once you reach that point where you become a certain level of manifester and you've done the healing work, you know better. It's like, oh, this person's going to take from me. It's like, do you understand the power I have? No, I'm not going to turn it back on you. No, I'm not going to return to sender. I'm just going to get something better than that. And I'm going to be like, okay, well, screw you then, but I'm going to move on. I'm not going to curse you. I'm not going to bewitch you. I'm not going to scold you. I'm just going to get something twice as good from the universe. Like, what the heck? That's what's coming to me. And you're just going to be so unbothered by it and surrounded by people who have that same energy. It's just unlimited. The belief in unlimited potential. And Hecate wants you to observe these changes in the moon and the seasons astrologically. Look at your sun, moon, and rising signs to see if there's anything you can gain from that. Maybe look into astrology if you don't know them, but not really paying too much attention to your natal chart. Just mostly like the three big signs, sun, moon, and rising. There might be some keys to unlocking your inner magician or your potential that you might not know of. So I'm also hearing as Scorpio season rolls by, you'll be definitely a new you. And whether you're watching this in Scorpio season before or time of recording, just let that be news for you that this is a gradual process. This is going to be something that will solidify the more and more you choose to become this new version of you. And it's all about choosing that. Choose the path forward over the past, and you will find yourself naturally unblocking and getting that key in your hand to getting this beautiful, absolutely amazing group of people, this coven even, of just these. I'm seeing a lot of like white robed witches dancing in the field. It kind of gives me Three of Cups energy. It's just very beautiful, like almost white witch. And you don't have to identify as that, but it's almost the vibe of your tribe. So the more you focus on that, the better it's going to be in the long run. I want to thank you for joining me once again, dear viewers. I really hope it's been helpful. And okay, we have one more message from Hecate. If you don't already have some sort of manifestation wand, I don't know where you could buy those. If you have a local metaphysical shop, I know they sell some on like online stores or Etsy. Because I got this image, or maybe you already have a wand. I got this image of a very long, like white wand with gold on the ends, and there's this crystal on the end. It kind of looked like that shape. and it looks like a clear quartz crystal on the end. And that seems to be like an energy clearing wand for your space. If that resonates for you, Hecate wants you to invest in those sort of magician tools and hone in on your skills when it comes to energy work and clearing. That's one final message for you. And if you didn't stick around to hear it, she'll probably tell you. Yeah, so definitely work with her. She loves you guys. She's here for you. Support the wicked. We're the ones who are defying gravity, but wicked in a good way. We're a wicked good time, y'all. So just keep on this path. Enjoy your life. And thank you so much for joining me.